Blowing in the Wind. Bob Dylan's song Blowing in the Wind was an anthem of the civil rights movement of 1916s. Civil rights movement was a decades-long struggle by the African Americans to end racial discrimination. It was a protest against the violation of human rights. It was fought for equality and liberty. In this song, the poet asks 9 questions. All these questions are rhetorical. Rhetorical questions are not asked for information but for confirming a statement. No specific answers are expected because all the answers are known to all. The first question: how many roads must a man walk down before you call him a man? Here, roads means different life experience or sufferings in life. Here, this question means how much a man should experience in life, or how long a man should suffer in life before he is recognized as a human being. The second question: how many seas must a white dove sail before she sleeps in the sand? Here, white dove is the symbol of peace. Which the meaning of this question is, how many seas a white dove should sail before it finds a peaceful place to sleep? Or how far a white dove should fly before peace is established in the world? Next question. Yes, how many times must the cannonballs fly before they are forever banned? Here, cannonballs represents war or weapon, and they are forever banned means when the war or weapons are completely prohibited. The meaning of the question is, how many times we have to fight in war to establish peace in the world? That means the poet asks, when will we get freedom and peace to ban war? Next 2 lines. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Which means the answer to these questions are blowing in the wind. Means answer is everywhere. People only need to open their eyes and ears to catch them. That is, everyone knows the answer, but pretends they don't. The second stanza is started with yes, and how many years can a mountain exist before it is washed to the sea? Here, mountain stands for the powerful authorities or oppressive rulers. Sea stands for seas of protest of the oppressed people, that is the black people. The meaning of these lines: how long the powerful rulers can exist before they are removed by the seas of protest of the black people. Next lines. How many years can some people exist before they are allowed to be free? Means how long the people of a nation can be kept under slavery. Here, some people means the suffering people or the black people. How long can the black people be kept under slavery before they get the freedom? Next two lines. Yes, and how many times can a man turn his head and pretend that he just doesn't see? In this question, a man means the ruler. Turn his head means neglect or ignore or be arrogant. The meaning is how many times the ruler can neglect or ignore the sufferings of the black people and pretend to be blind. That is, he doesn't see the suffering of the black people and the protest. Next two lines. Yes, and how many times must a man look up before he can see the sky? Here, a man means a black man or a suffering man. Look up, you can say in one way, praise to God or request to the rulers. He can see the sky means when he is released from the prison or when he gets his freedom. So the meaning of this question is how many times a black man has to pray to God or request to the rulers to get his freedom or to be released from the prison. Next two lines. Yes, and how many years must one man have before he can hear people cry? Here, one man means the ruler or the oppressive man or the white man, and cry means the suffering of the people. So the meaning is how many years must a ruler have to hear the cry of the suffering people? Next two lines. Yes, and how many deaths will it take till he knows that too many people have died? Means how many people should die more before the ruler realized that many people have already died? In this song, you can see two lines are repeated after every 6 lines. It's a poetic device called refrain. Then what is refrain? Refrain is a verse, line or group of lines that regularly repeat, usually at the end of a stanza in a poem or at the end of a verse in a song. The example is the answer is blowing in the wind. In this poem, you can also see other poetic devices. First one is images. The poet used a lot of visual images such as roads, seas, white doves, cannonballs, mountains, sky. You can find out other from the poem. And he also used auditory images, blowing in the wind, hearing people cry, And the next one is alliteration. Alliteration means it is the repetition of the identical consonant sounds in closely connected words. You can see how many roads must a man walk down. Here m sound is repeated. So find out the other examples from the poem.